Hello, Namaste. This is Hariharan Iyer, the entertainer, and I'm absolutely delighted to welcome you to yet another book review on my YouTube channel. And I'm always fascinated to read management books. It helps me a lot, obviously, in my business and in my profession of training and speaking. So the book that I'm going to review today, and I have read some absolute management classics in my life, and I would rate this book right up there amongst the best of management books that you can read. And this book is The CEO Mindset, written by Mr. Shivakumar, developing leadership habits and mental models for success. Now, an absolutely fascinating book by a fascinating human being and a leader who has worked across some really large corporates like Nokia, Pepsi, the Aditya Birla Group. And what is fascinating about this book is it's not just for the CEOs. Obviously, the focus is a lot about how CEOs need to conduct themselves in meetings, how they need to manage the media, how, if you're the CEO of CEOs, then what do you need to do? How do you coach your people? How do you manage the entire ecosystem? How do you do crisis management? So there are so many aspects which are beautifully detailed and shared from his own experience as a CEO. And it is an absolute delight that if you are actually in a CEO position today, or you are near that, or you aspire to be a CEO, then it is an absolute delight that such a book is available for our reference, and so much to learn from this book. But the reason I said it's not just for CEOs is because it's really a book which tells you, if you're an ambitious corporate professional and you may even be starting out in your career, this book is still useful for you, because it talks about how you can build your career by developing certain competencies, certain skills, certain attitudes in your journey. And what I also find fascinating about this book is it's not just coming from his own experience. Mr. Shiv Kumar is also letting a lot of other people give their opinions about how CEOs need to conduct themselves by engaging with a lot of other professionals, people who might have worked with him, or people who are professionals in their own way, maybe recruiters, maybe a journalist, somebody who has been or is a CEO today, and how they are managing their business, their life, their people. So it's not just about, you see, I was a CEO and I'm going to tell you this is how you need to conduct yourself as a CEO. He's taken a completely holistic approach, and he has involved a lot of other people whom he has interviewed, and he has given them a space to express themselves so that the reader gets a really broad perspective about the role of a CEO. And the CEO role is so fascinating. It's also the most discussed about. It's the most sought after kind of a role. And it details who is a good CEO. It details who is a bad CEO. It talks about, as CEOs have to spend so much time in meetings, how you can make those meetings really productive, really useful. What are the basic skill sets that a CEO needs to have, apart from listening, communication, public speaking, presentation skills, and most importantly, your ability to take feedback, give feedback, be a coachee, be coachable, and also be able to coach your team members. And all this is obviously besides the broader strategy that you have and the execution plans that you make for your organization. I think all in all, I found this book very fascinating. It actually helped me make a lot of friends also, because whenever I was holding this book in a public place, because I tend to read as I'm traveling, people noticed the book and they picked up a conversation with me, and they asked me, how is this book? And it's also a little disruptive, because I have had to give up some of the other books that I was reading, because I got so glued on to reading this book. It's an absolutely brilliantly organized book. The thoughts, the clarity, And I wish I get a chance to probably meet Mr. Shivakumar and get an autograph from him, uh, uh, because it's really fascinating. It's such a one, and you might think it's like some kind of manual, or it can be treated like a manual or a guideline or like a textbook for CEOs, but then it's also a wonderful book about business storytelling, wonderful case studies, uh, where typically organizations go wrong or they go right. Also gives perspectives across industries, how different industries function. So if you're a leader of any level, this is a must read book. Leader at any level, this is a must read book, because it's very rich in content. It's very rich in perspective, and you don't want to put down this book at all. You don't want to miss a single word. You don't want to miss a single page. You don't want to miss a single sentence. You don't want to miss a single chapter, because it's all so beautifully organized. So do pick up your copy of The CEO Mindset, Developing Leadership Habits and Mental Models for Success, written by Mr. Shivakumar. The link to buy the book is given. And do check out my other book reviews on my channel. And I look forward to hearing from you. And I'll be back very soon with one more book and one more review of that book. Till we meet again, God bless you, and do take good care of yourself. Thank you very much.